Some people say Belém is chinois y. Je suis grec. I want to talk to you about a couple of folks. You all know about the energizing bunny that keeps on ticking, taking a licking, and keep on going. That's Jack Lee. The energizing bunny. Doesn't matter, I'm sure he's not a day over 30. But the guy's got a couple of batteries inside it. He never stops. Then there's Mr. Wong, another energizing bunny. But my favorite energizing bunny is my constituent, Ping Tan. I've been working with these individuals when we were governments. They'd come to see me regarding the redress issue and a lot of issues. But one of the things that really, in my mind, I want to appreciate the work that they did, it was the issue of the earthquake in China. Ping Tan was in my office the day the earthquake happened. We looked at each other and we said, we got to do something. And the very next morning, the community came together. And I have to say to Dr. Juan, I want to thank you, sir, for working with the community and myself, because we were on the phone and we never met person to person, but we were on the phone a couple of times, in order to make sure that the efforts of the community and what they did really paid off. And there were a lot of trials and tribulations. Red Cross, now I know you don't want to say this, but I want to thank you for transferring the money over. And folks, they really don't want me to say this, but it was done for $1,000. Amazing, and we thank you. Then there was Canadian Tire. They gave 2,500 tents for $200,000, $100 a piece. You cannot buy tents for that price. And then it was Air Canada. They shipped the tents over for nothing, no cost. Those individuals, the unsung heroes, you, this group right here, is to be congratulated, to be respected, and to be honored. Because without them, the efforts that have happened among you, the Chinese Canadians, and the rest of the Canadian population would not have happened. You don't get inspired to give in a place unless the people that come from there, and they're Canadians, do not first rise to the occasion. It was you. It was this organization that rose to the occasion. You collected over $1.4 million. Your efforts are to be congratulated and respected. And then, this is why the rest of the Canadians reached in their pockets, and I understand that Red Cross said to us, we're probably the largest donors in that country. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day of celebration, is a day of remembrance, and is a day of respect. And I don't want to get political, and I'm not going to say that we didn't go to China, the Prime Minister didn't go to China in the Olympic Games, but, sir, I have to tell you, I'm not sure if the best Olympic Games were in Athens, Greece, or in China. Being a Greek, I've got my own ties, but I'll tell you, the opening show, the closing show in Beijing were nothing but the best. I was, Ping was in China visiting the earthquake zone and says to me, you got to come over. I said, Ping, I'm coming. I was supposed to leave September the 4th. Unfortunately, the Prime Minister was in a hurry to call an election. Ping, I promise you, right after this is over, we're going. I want to thank you for having me. It's a pleasure for me. It's a pleasure to see what we started. It's a pleasure to see that work fulfilled. It is not my work, it is your work. It's all our work. And I say to you that not only as Canadians of Chinese descent, of Canadians of Greek descent, Canadians of Haitian descent, when there's a difficulty in another country, Canadians rise to the occasion. Last year, when Greece was burning, Canadians rose to the occasion. This year, when China was in trouble, Canadians rose to the occasion. Now that Haiti was struck, Canadians rose to the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what Canada is all about. We rise to the occasion, unlike any other country. I want to thank you for having me. I'm humbled, I'm honored to be in your presence, and I wish you the best. I hope there's no future earthquakes, no floods, no cyclones, nowhere. In Toronto, we call in the army. In Toronto, we call in the army. We're not used to the way you guys are doing within Montreal. But Mother Nature sometimes, however, deals us a bad blow. But when it does, we all come together, and that is where you need to be congratulated. Big, especially for me, as your member of Parliament and you, my constituent, I want to thank you for allowing me and giving me the opportunity, along with the rest of the gang, the rest of the Dynamos, to be part of this. Thank you for having me.